It is very important for me to talk on this topic on which we literally get tens of inquiries on a daily basis. This is again relating to women's rights, but this time it is in their husbands' properties. Since we deal with non-resident Indians and these women all live overseas, they are very confused that what is exactly their rights in the assets that are there in their husbands' names in India, and whether they can claim it, and if they can, how can they do that, and because they don't live in India. So what is the situation? The divorce is here, the asset is there, and how do they club both? Because this was a very, very well needed service and we started getting inquiries. So this is what we are doing, and this is what anybody who's undergoing a divorce in the UK and feels that she also wants to include and should include, in fact, any asset that the husband owns back home in India. We at NRI Legal Services are very, very happy to offer a service which we call our search and valuation service. This search and valuation service is basically, to simplify, is a document retrieval service in which if a woman comes to us and she tells us that she has a general idea of the address where the property is, which village it is in, or what is the address if it is an urban property, then our team immediately, we have a team of document specialists, immediately they set forward and they go and they dig out all the documents. These documents, as you know, would be in the vernacular languages, Gujarati, Punjabi, Hindi, etc., Tamil, etc. So then they are of no use in the UK. So what we do is we compile all that information. Of course, we get them the original documents, then we translate those documents. We evaluate, we give them the evaluation. The evaluation is from the government licensed evaluators, and our law firm endorses it. And after this evaluation, this is in GBP, in INR, this is all compiled professionally. You can take that report to your solicitor here and tell him that when the financial settlement happens, he should be including this as part of the financial settlement. So hundreds and hundreds of women who in the past have just lost out on the complete assets that the husbands owned and were just happy with whatever little they had in this country, now no longer have to worry at all. You know, a lot of men, they want to hide these properties from the women, and they actually transfer it in the name of their own brother or sister, thinking that if the property is not in their name, the court will not be able to give it a ruling, which is wrong. If we peruse the history and if it actually shows up that the husband owned this property and he actually transferred it in the recent past, you still have a claim in that property. If it also comes to light that he has sold that property, you can still claim a right in this property. So let this be very, very clear to the women living overseas that they have a full right in the properties in India when a divorce settlement is going on, just like they have in the country they reside. We have helped hundreds of women claim their share in their husband's properties in properties in India. Recently, we've had a very, very big case where the women, the husband and the women, while they were married, had huge properties in Bombay. The husband actually left the UK and went and settled in Bombay and was refusing to transfer the properties that the court had given to her in the UK. We filed the execution applications and sent notices to the husband and resolved this matter where this husband had to transfer those under the UK court order. So it is very, very clear that just because you're in UK and your divorce is happening in the UK, you do not have to lose your rights in the assets that belong to your husband while you were married back home in India. I'll be more than happy to address your queries, your inquiries regarding this subject, and I would let you know how best you can be helped, what your legal rights are. Please feel free to write to us. Our teams get very encouraged when they get inquiries on the topics that we have spoken on. They are always motivated to bring this information to you. Please share, subscribe, and forward this information that you might be able to really help people who probably need this information right now. Thank you so much.